could have started from the end. Now I have a house for kids and even a big land. Who knew I'd have only made mistakes that would have been fixed with a slice of cheesecake? Demo Salvatore was my 18th dream, but now the only one I be with is Chandler Bing. Yeah, here I am talking to you since I'm 30 as fuck.
Hello, bitches. I'm back. Finally, after 2 weeks of resting and depressing a little bit, I am finally back. And this is 30 as fuck, ladies. Yes, this is it. Let's start right away because I have so many things that I want to share with you. And I'm actually a little bit, I don't even know where to start, but I'm going to try to, I wrote everything down, I swear to God, because my brain, it's literally not working. But I want to start saying, first of all, Happy New Year, everyone. And this is what kind of this episode is going to be about, like this new year and the one that we just say goodbye to 2024. So, did you do your vision board already? So I'm recording this, it's January 2nd, so probably you did everything already because you're listening for you it was like a week ago. Or did you make a list of things that you want to do this year? Did you write down your resolutions? Did you start already? Because this is what we're going to talk about today. But before we start talking about the future, I want to just look back at 2024 a little bit, because I am sure that out there's so many of you that at the end of the year look back and said, fuck, I didn't do half of the things that were on my list or on my vision board or whatever. And it's normal. It's normal. So for me, let's say that the last few weeks, so the last 2 weeks of 2024 were a little bit difficult because I received some news that I have to deal with. So we talked last week about loss. So I had to go through a little loss because the life that I was planning for myself, it's not going to happen, at least not the way I thought it would happen. But maybe it's okay that it shook me off from that vision that I had, because I feel that life always do that. Sometimes when we have a vision, we want to do something, and then something out of our hands happen. It's for a good reason. Okay, I really believe in this. But that doesn't mean that we don't have to manifest, that we don't have to have a vision where we want to go, that we don't have to have dreams. Of course we do. So I want to make you feel better, telling you exactly all the things that didn't happen last year that were on my vision board. So you feel less lonely. And I'm doing this because I saw a trend on Instagram where those girls, God bless them, they were sharing what became reality this year of my vision board for 2024. And it was amazing things like an apartment, an engagement, all those type of things. And oh my God, I'm so happy for them, and so happy that they accomplished all of that. But I am sure that also those things in their 2024 vision board, that was not the first year that they were in their vision board, if that makes sense. So probably they were thinking about this and hoping for this for maybe 3 or 4 years, and finally became reality. So if you look back at your vision board or your list of things that you wanted to accomplish in 2024 and you got only half of it, you're good. Even if you only did a quarter of it, you're good. Depending on how long your list was. Mine was very long. So I'm going to share with you mine. So I wanted to start a relationship, healthy, please, relationship. I wanted to get a dog. I wanted to change an apartment. I wanted to change my job. I wanted to get my PR. I wanted to travel a lot. I want to take care of, I wanted to have a nice skincare routine. I wanted to work out more and eat healthier. Okay. This was the list, more or less. Oh no, and I also wanted to work on my acting. So I wanted to actually make a movie or something, like, be on a set, let's say this. Okay. And of all of those, I think that I was only able to had a nice skincare and work out and travel. Now I have to say even travel, because I didn't do all the travel that I wanted to, but anyway, I did a lot. Meaning that when I went back to Italy, I visited even Italy a little bit more. I'd experienced a lot of things. I spent time with my family doing good things, and then for Christmas, like, we just went to the mountains, Men's Park, and it was nice. So I did some little travel. I went to Disneyland. So those are the three things. So as you can tell, of all the list that I just mentioned like, I literally was able to do only three things. And why was I able to do only those three things? Because first of all, some of the things that I wanted to do changed. I still wanted to have a new apartment and find a relationship, like have a relationship and the dog and all those other things, and eat healthy. But why did I change it? So eat healthy, I think it's just because I'm Italian. Like, I mean, I can't eat salad all the time. Like, I'm trying, but I love burgers, I love pasta, I love bread, I love olives and charcuterie board. So it's not in me, although I'm taking like this month of January as a reset, because gosh, December was like too much food, too much alcohol, too much sugar, too much chocolate and everything else. So I need to really reset. But yes, so it's normal. Like, if you're the same, you look back, it's fine. And I didn't accomplish all the others because they're out of my control. So changing an apartment, I think actually that is the only one that could be in my control somehow, but at the same time, it has to come after I change my job. And that's what I wanted to do, because I started being like, oh, I want to change my apartment this year. But then I was like, yeah, but I also want to change my job, and I don't want to change an apartment and then be limited to look for the job that I want to do only in a certain area. I would like to first check for the job of my dreams, and just, as event planner. And then based on that, change the apartment and find the right place. So it's close to work, close to maybe the city, or other things that might be important in that moment in my life. And so I have to change my job, but I couldn't change my job because of my visa, because I still don't have my PR. And so I have an LMIA, and so I'm stuck on one place. And why I cannot get my PR? Because Canada is making it more difficult. And that was actually the news that I received in the last few weeks, that it's gonna probably never happen for me. And that literally messed everything up, because now I have kind of to I don't know, rethink my life, because I might stay here for another 2 years and then I might have to go back to Italy. Again, I say might because in life you never know. So I don't know what it was about. So what do we do? What do we do with this? Things happen. What do we do when we realize that we were not able to accomplish all the things? We do nothing. We do literally nothing. We sit with it, and we're trying to be okay with it, and we move on, and we start something new. I'm telling you this because it took me probably 2 weeks of really, like 3 weeks of kind of like a little depression, anger. Like, I was literally going through all the phases of grief, because I was grieving the life that I planned for myself. And I also realized something, that every time that we grieve something, we're grieving something that we never had. And it's absurd somehow, but it's like the idea that we had. Because the life that I have right now, I'm not gonna, like, I love my life. It's not that I don't love it, but the important things in my life, I can take them with me wherever I go. So like this podcast, for example, I can literally do this podcast everywhere. Change this couch, change the background. It's always going to be me. Pilates, I can do it everywhere. Eating healthy, I can do it everywhere. The skincare, I can buy everywhere. Friends, I can still be in contact with them anywhere. Job, I can literally find a job anywhere in this planet, and maybe even a better one, so something that I would like more. So I started to actually think about all the things that I wanted and how my life was going. And I noticed that because I was putting like the first thing, it was staying in Canada. So that was my first idea. I noticed that everything else was waiting. And I'm like, you know what? I'm sick of waiting. If this is not going to happen, then I'm going to live my life differently. And so here to say, all of this to say, and to explain to you how I did my vision board this year and my resolutions and everything after that. Okay. So if you did it already, that's good. Just move on with your life. And I hope that everything that you put on it, it's going to happen. But if you didn't, or if you want to just go back and look for it, I think my mistake last year was just to think of the bigger picture. I thought about all the good things that I want in the big picture. And I forgot to think about the details. Okay, now when you manifest, that's the most important thing. You have to manifest everything in details. In details, you have to see it. You have to feel it. The only thing that you don't decide is the time. So when, where, and who. Those are the three things. Where, when, and who. Meaning that you're not going to decide where those things are going to happen. You're not going to decide, you're not going to put down when those things are going to happen. And you're not going to decide with who those things are going to happen. And that's the most important thing, because you need to get that energy and that thing, like let go. Like it's like you can control the thought, but you can't control with who or where or when. And so I think that my mistake was this. My mistake was not realizing that, because all the things that I manifested last year, they might still happen. And maybe the fact that I'm not going to be able to get my PR and I might move like back to Europe or what else, I don't know. I have time to decide. I have 2 years, maybe less. Let's see what I decide. It might not be here. Maybe the love of my life is somewhere else, or the job of my life, or the apartment of my dreams, or the dog. There's a dog somewhere waiting for me to be adopted. And me forcing myself to thinking that everything was supposed to happen here and now, kind of put a stop to all of it. So that's the first mistake. Second mistake that I made was like, as I said before, just think about the big picture, not the details, meaning details also, what can I do to make those things happen? Because they're not going to come to you like that. You have to take actions. And so this year was like, okay, I'm going to make a list of all the things that I desire that are out of my control. Okay, so the apartment of my dreams, the relationship, the dog, all the things that I said before. What else? The new job, a higher paycheck, all the things that are out of my control. And I will also put my PR, because, I would still kind of love to have it so I can have more freedom, for sure. Freedom to decide actually what I want to do. And then I decided that I need to think about the small things that I can do actually every day to make my life change. So all the small things, like for example, I still want to take care of my body and get stronger than I am right now and fitter than I am right now. So I'm going to change my diet. I decided I'm going to do this month, I'm going to do no alcohol, not added sugar. I'm going to try to eat as healthy as I can. Not processed food, and I'm gonna just suck it up for 1 month and then go back kind of to normal, to reintroduce once in a while some food. But I kind of wanted to detox really my body from all the bad food and try to be healthier. Also, I do not coffee. Crazy but true. I do not coffee. And that's something that I can do. Like, I don't need to wait for whatever life is sending it to me. I can literally doing it right now. Something else, it's like I've been waiting to because of my visa, and I think I use it as an excuse. I've been waiting for so long to audition for TV shows or movies, independence or everything else, and I think I used it a lot as an excuse, and I realized, and this year I was like, you know what, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit about my visa. I'll figure it out when it is, especially because I felt kind of that this country will not allow me to stay, so why should I worried about all those details? Like, I don't care. I'm gonna just go for it and do it and enjoy it and enjoy the process and make it have some experience regarding that, because I still want this to be my life. This podcast, I decided that this podcast by the end of the year has to reach like a certain amount of listeners, and I need to start making money out of this because it is what it is. This is a job. I'm using my time. I'm literally producing it. I'm writing it. I'm filming. I'm editing everything. So I'm putting mind and soul and time in this, and so I need to receive something from it other than being very happy to be here and share with you all of this. What else? I'm literally doing my vision board with you right now. Relationships. So relationships, I'm going to share this with you because it's awesome. I decided that I'm not going to use dating apps anymore because they don't work for me. But at the same time, I cannot just sit and wait for wherever like someone come to me and say hi. So if I'm gonna see someone that I find cute or maybe some interested, and I want to just go and grab a coffee with this person to know better about this person, I will do it. And that's what I did on New Year's Eve. Yes, an hour into this 2025, I went to a party for New Year's Eve. I'm not gonna give you details, but I saw a cute guy and I was like, you know what? Why not? And I left him my number. I never did this in my entire life, I swear to God. And he texted me and we have a chat and I'm going to have a date. So it's like, I like that this happened, especially like an hour after 2025 started, because I was like, you know what? I'm going to do things differently. I want to do my part. And worst case scenario, I'm going to have met like a nice person, have a chat and share life. And maybe I will have something to talk to you about and move on. And move on to the next person that I'm going to find interesting. Because I'm done waiting for my Prince Charming to come and knock at the door. Okay. Then what else I want to do? Let me think. I'm literally doing my vision board right now. The dog. Well, the dog, unfortunately, I cannot, because since I might leave in 2 years or less, I'm not going to change my apartment for sure, because it doesn't make any sense. I might have to sell everything I own right now, and that gives me a little bit of anxiety, but there will be time and place for that anxiety. And so I cannot have the dog because my apartment doesn't allow it. But I decided that since I'm not going to use my time to study French, to get my PR and all those things, because I was like, that's it, I'm done. I am going to volunteer in maybe a dog shelter, animal shelter, or something like that. I have a couple in mind, so I'm going to just look for it this month and see if I can start a training. And I'm going to do that so I can actually spend time with animals. That is, I love that. Like, it's my passion. And it makes me happy. Even just take them for a walk or something like that. Really. Just thinking about it, I'm happy. Anyway, so that's another thing that I'm gonna do. So I'm trying, you can see, to transform whatever was my vision board and whatever was my resolution for this year to try to be more flexible around it. And also try to listen to life and where life is telling me, because maybe if I've been here for 5 years and all my dreams still didn't become reality and I'm still struggling a lot, maybe there's a reason. Maybe this is not my place. Maybe there's something else going on somewhere else. I still don't know when. And don't think that I'm not shitty scared over here. I am. I'm really, really like, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. I'm improvising and I'm just sharing with you my craziness at this point. Because yes, thinking to move to a new place, another country, start all over again, find an apartment, find a job, all by myself, alone, knowing no one. Whew, guys, that's a lot. That's a lot. But at the same time, I've been courageous before. And I did crazy things before. And so worst case scenario, it's going to just be like a new experience. And something like that I'm going to tell my kids about one day. Yeah, I think that's on my vision board. I don't think I have anything else more. I mean, I want to read books, but that's going to be pretty easy. I already started a new one. And use social media less. Being less on social media, only for work. So for this podcast, most of it. Because the scrolling gives me like this idea of life that it's not reality. And I want you to be aware of it. And that's why I'm always like here in my sweatpants. Yes, I'm wearing some makeup because I look slightly sick otherwise. But my hair is dirty right now. I'm on my couch. I'm literally in my sweatpants, and I always want to try to be raw as I can. And I don't want this podcast to become something too fake. I always wanted to give you the best, and that's why I waited for 2 weeks and it took the time to feel better. Because I recorded actually this episode already. It was something slightly different, but I listened to it again and I was like, nope, this is not gonna be shared. Not because there's anything wrong in it, but because you could tell that I was not feeling good, and I wanted to give you at least something nice to think about it after this episode. Okay, I wanted to give you, I don't know, a good leave you with something good. Let me see if I said everything that I was planning to say to you. I think I did. Yeah, I talked about what I can control and what I cannot control. And as I said, I don't have everything figured out, and I don't know if those things will come reality, if all this manifestation is gonna be something useful one day. But remember, as I said in the past, I think it was 2 or 3 episodes ago, that when you manifest, you have an idea, a vision, and then life's going to give it to you in a certain way, in a different way. So just to focus on the things that you can control. So have an idea of everything that you want to do and everything that you want to accomplish, and then just pick 1 or 2 and just stick with it. And just try to be in the moment, be present, and be happy, and do crazy things, as leaving your number to a stranger if you think he's cute or she's cute. Or they're cute, whatever. Or I don't know, send auditions or try to have a podcast, or if you were planning to move somewhere and that doesn't work or it's not working, just change your location, because you never know. Like sometimes when things don't work out, there's always a reason. Trust a person that always push everything to the limit. And I'm still not learning the lesson. I did it with relationship. I did it with places where I wanted to go. I did it with so many things in my life that I forced because I wanted them so much, and then they didn't work because I was not listening to life in the direction that was giving me. So please be flexible. I think that's like the the summit of it. Just be flexible. Okay, I think I'm gonna let you go. I hope you're going to achieve all the things that you want to achieve. I hope you're going to have all the things that you want to have. Sorry, I got lost on my thoughts. And I just hope you're gonna be happy and you're gonna have a magical, wonderful, full of adventures 2025, because bitches, we deserve it. We do. We're awesome. We have a lot to give. We're so much for everyone. And we deserve the best and all the things that we wish. And we deserve to feel beautiful, accomplished, taken care of, and happy. So again, happy 2025. Happy New Year. I hope you enjoyed this episode. And just remember to go follow the page, as always, 30 as Fact Podcast, and my personal page if you want, Vanessa D. Rossi. And also, don't believe everything I post. I'm not always looking that good or feeling that happy. But on this note, I'll let you go. Ciao, ciao, bitches. See you soon.
Yeah, here I am talking to you since I'm 30 as fuck.